I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Well, good evening and happy Sunday to all. Thanks for tuning in to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I'm meteorologist Caleb Edelblut here in the Room to Room Weather Center, ready to give y'all the rest of y'all's weekend forecast and what to expect with the coming work week. But those hot and dry conditions are pretty much continuing into the work week. I know today's been a little bit more active than our Saturday has been. Thankful to those rain showers really making their way across the viewing area. But you can see dry weekend will turn into a dry work week, but that's just for the front half of the work week. Those rain chances will start to return. You can see that right here. They will pick up just in a few days. So rain chances won't really pick up Monday, Tuesday, but more of a Wednesday, definitely Thursday, showing an increase in those rain chances. But also, I wanted to give y'all an update on the tropics. Of course, we have Hurricane Erin out there, but there's a new disturbance out in the Atlantic that a lot of people on social media are talking about online, but wanted to give y'all a good in-depth look here at Mississippi Live Weather. So that will be coming up in the next few minutes. But looking here out in Greenwood, I had this position to show the thunderstorm out, I believe east, yes, showing just how towering these clouds can get. It almost looks like it's kind of collapsing a little bit, so not as strong as it was a few minutes ago, but just showing you the look of a distant thunderstorm. See, out in Greenwood though, because they're not receiving that rain, you can see temperatures 99 degrees, but feels like 108. You could get a little bit of a wind, 7 miles per hour, but not offering much relief. However, rain will provide the most relief. You can see that here in Starkville. Great rain shower moves through the area along Mississippi State campus, and you can see temperatures 79 degrees and feels like 82. So it is 6:01, and you can just see the difference between temperatures for those that received the rain and for those that didn't. So beautiful conditions outside in Starkville now, especially after those rain showers moved through. But places like Oxford, I was showing another rain shower. I think it already started to move on through the area. Temperatures 90 degrees, but feels like 95. So for those that don't get the rain, you can definitely see the difference between the two. And we can see this across our entire viewing area. Pretty much 90s across the entire viewing area, 98 Clarksdale, 97 Cleveland, 96 Belzona and Greenville. But for those that got rain, like Starkville, you can see 79 degrees. You're surrounded by 90s, upper 80s, just showcasing how nice and appreciative we should be for those rain chances. And we can continue to see this with our heat indices as well, showing those triple digits across the entire viewing area. If you're not in the triple digits, almost pushing, you can see there 98 Houston, 98 Eupora, 102 in Amory, but then back in Starkville, a crisp 82 degrees. So very nice for it being still summer in Mississippi, but just showing how much that rain can affect those temperatures that you're feeling outside. But looking at the first 12, you can see those showers are still lingering across the area, a little bit more active than it was yesterday, but still most of us continue to stay dry, while those that get rain chances are definitely appreciative of them right now. But those rain chances will start to fade on out as we get closer towards the live stream at 10, and then those clouds will also dissipate as well, allowing clear skies and a great Monday morning commute, or as great as a Monday morning commute can be for our work week. But look at the Mississippi Live Weather Radar. You can see most of the activity that we've had this afternoon, showcasing all these little bubbles and pop-up showers that we've had. It makes me kind of want to, I wish I put it up to 30% for today, but also I know that we're not as focused on that percent, and just happy that we're finally seeing some of that rainfall, just showcasing the areas that got that rain. But still, I mean, we're continuing to stay dry for those that don't. And now going back to current, you can see most of those showers have faded. Again, these are summertime thunderstorms. They're just going to pop up, dump all that rain, and then quickly move on out and dissipate. They're not very long-lived as opposed to those that you'd see along with cold fronts. You can see most of these bubbles still just lurking around the area. Our strongest one out here, let's see, south of Grenada, east of Greenwood. This is that camera I had earlier showcasing the thunderstorm. It started picking up just a little bit of speed. I originally had it while it was here, but still moving just a little bit. Let's see if I can, let's track this out for the last hour just to show how it's moving. Yep, I know I had it going, oops, I don't want to touch it. I had it going southwest. Now it's moving a little bit southeast almost, changing directions on me. I'm telling you, it was a great shot of that thunderstorm. I was just appreciative watching it. But yeah, not much. It's a very energetic storm, but pretty much just heavy rain and wind gusts associated with it. So not much going on. Thankfully, nothing has been severe. And you can notice where that temperature change is occurring. This is within the past 24 hours. So for those that received rainfall, you can definitely see that our temperature change has been really nice. We can put some values on it here. So focusing on that storm that was just south of Grenada, yeah, minus 13 degrees from what it was previous 24 hours ago. So while we were all hot, wishing for that rain yesterday, finally, for those that got them, definitely enjoying them right now. I mean, pretty much a decrease across the entire viewing area. In Tupelo, you can see, well, -1, but it's still improvement. But for those that don't really get the rain, you can see 4-degree increase, 2-degree increase, 1-degree increase. So we're still staying hot and dry. And if we're not getting those rain chances, getting a little more hot. Kind of mentioning to what I said in the previous forecast, hot continues to get hotter. But looking at the futurecast, you can see those showers still affecting North Mississippi, but we'll continue to push on out throughout the area, and then we'll get replaced with cloud cover. But even that cloud cover is not really going to stay in our atmosphere for much, going back to those dry conditions overnight, allowing for that early, bright Monday morning commute. It should be clear, picture perfect skies, so trying to give us a great start to our work week. But I wanted to include this. This shows the rainfall totals that we've had the past 3 days, showcasing that we've been talking about how hot it is. We've been talking about how dry it is, and this is our dry season. But I mean, to be honest, we've done pretty well. And you can especially see out in the Delta receiving most of that heavy rainfall. I know y'all are appreciative of that with how hot and muggy it is out there. But I mean, we're not the only ones. You can see Tennessee staying dry, Arkansas, most of Louisiana, except once you get closer towards the Gulf and all that moisture. But just showcasing that we have gotten that rainfall. We just kind of need to buckle up for these next few days because that dry pattern will persist. And we can see that with the next 24 hours, pretty much starting off our Monday morning with clear skies, walking out the door already in the mid 80s. But by the time we work up into the afternoon, pushing upper 90s, if not already in the triple digits. And of course, we can see those chances of rainfall occurring like today. But I would say today was a little bit more active than what tomorrow will be, but still can definitely see some of those afternoon pop-up thunderstorms and just showers providing that relief, kind of how we saw with that temperature change graphic. But stick with me here for the next 60 as I'm going to continue to give an in-depth look for North Mississippi on what those rain chances will look like for Monday and a school day, and even an update on the tropics. I'll be right here in just a minute.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I appreciate you staying here with us here in the Room to Room Weather Center. And of course, you know, I got to start it off with all these Weather Watcher pictures that y'all sending in. This was sent in by Weather Watcher Logan out in Alabama, just showcasing those towering clouds, partly cloudy skies, a mix of those sunny, clear skies off to the left, but some of those clouds he's driving into. And I couldn't tell if this is just like a window glare, but almost showcasing some rain showers off in the distance that Alabama got earlier today. But coming back into North Mississippi, this was sent in by Weather Watcher Justin. He said this was between Pontotoc and Oxford on Highway 6, just showing that some of those rainfalls and just getting caught in them while driving, allowing for those cooler temperatures. And you can see right here, sent in around 444 with the little Jesus figure down there. But also in Pontotoc, we did have some reports of some tree damage. You can see an unlucky tree right here. I probably got struck with lightning and may have just been an old tree knocked down with those wind gusts, but showing that thankfully nothing that we've had today is severe or has been warned, but still those unlucky lightning strikes or gusts of wind can knock some trees over, but still more appreciative of the rainfall than anything that's happening here, kind of with what happened earlier this weekend with that lightning strike at Umis in the Golden Triangle region. So, but coming back to the cams, thank you again to the North Mississippi Storm Chasers for providing us with these. We continue to see amazing views. But right now in Crenshaw, nothing to really admire. Oh, besides that wasp that is bugging the camera right now, pretty much trying to avoid the heat. You can see 93 degrees, but feels like 102. So almost a 10-degree difference, just showing that mugginess still lingering in the area, especially for those that don't get that rainfall. But out here in Rolling Fork, same thing, 95 feels like 108. I was looking at this earlier and the feels like values were 115. So almost pushing those extreme heat warning values. Thankfully, none of those have been issued yet. We're still under those advisories. But current conditions right now in Tupelo, you can see 90 degrees, feels like 99. So finally out of the triple digits, making our way into the double digits, something that we can look forward to see as we proceed into the rest of the evening. And we can see that with the day planner showing our gradual decrease. Of course, these temperatures aren't going to be the feels like. We almost have to add almost like a 9 or 10 degree difference to show what the feels like values are. But yeah, 79 degrees as we get closer to midnight, pushing into the mid 70s, and we're already starting off the day in those mid 70s. You can see how sharp of an increase those temperatures will start to climb. 7 a.m. around 84 degrees as we get ready to walk out the door. But going back to Futurecast, kind of tracking what's going to be happening for North Mississippi overnight, you can see that cloud cover is pretty much going to be the main story, maybe some lingering showers just south of Greenwood, providing some last minute relief. But even the the clouds won't linger that long, pretty much just showing how dry this atmosphere continues to be and how hot it is as well. Monday around 6 in the morning, you can see maybe a stray shower affecting those in Amory for our school commute, but should be pretty clear skies. Lows already starting off in the mid 70s, 73 for the Golden Triangle region, 74 for Amory, Houston, 73 Bruce, but then 75 Greenwood, Belzona, and then 76 Greenville. So already starting off your day with those high temperatures. But thanks to IMNPC, you can see the school bus planner showing those temperatures and rain chances for our Monday morning school. You can see pickup, or when the school comes to pick up all the kids, 75 degrees, clear skies. So great start to the Monday morning, but also dropping off, you could see some of those lingering showers affecting those in North Mississippi, kind of like a repeat of today, just not as active. And we can track this out on Futurecast, showing those clear skies as we wake up and get ready for our Monday morning commute, just showing that this is going to be the trend for most of our day. Clouds starting to build back in closer towards lunchtime, but it won't be till the afternoon till we can start seeing some of those spotty showers. But as you can see here, I mean, this is 4 o'clock, and compared to what happened earlier today at 4 o'clock, not as active, and just showing how minimal these rain chances are. Still some popping up around the Oxford region, definitely south of Grenada, pushing through for some last minute relief to wrap up your Monday morning, or not Monday morning, your Monday afternoon. But high temperatures will basically be the story for all of us in the viewing area, pushing those triple digits if you're not already in them. You can see Starkville coming at 99, but neighbor out there in Columbus, 100. 94 in Hamilton and Red Bay, so maybe getting some of those rain chances might be a lucky charm for those rain chances that came through early morning. But yeah, pretty hot for our entire viewing area, triple digits across the entire viewing area for heat indices. You can see 111 it feels like for Clarksdale. So continues to be hot, continues to be muggy. It's just continuing to be summertime in Mississippi, and we can see that the advisories did end up getting extended. I mentioned that last night, how we could probably see that going into our Sunday and Monday. And you can see they were supposed to expire this evening at 8, but now they expire Monday at 8. And I would not be surprised to see them extended into your Tuesday and possibly your Wednesday as well. But I wanted to show this. This is going to forecast, this is the strike model, and it's going to forecast your, I believe, Monday night into Tuesday. Tuesday, I have forecasted to be very dry, and we're going to see what this model shows. I agree with everything it's showing right now. It's showing those clear skies. We've kind of had a copy and paste of those clear, beautiful night skies the past few days, but I'm continuing to agree with it, showing those dry conditions. Even around lunchtime, I can agree with this. Maybe some chances trying to get into our viewing area, but that'll be closer to lunchtime, showing those partly cloudy skies. But then it starts to change, and this is what I don't agree with. It shows a lot of widespread rain chances across our entire viewing area, and I just don't really see this happening. But I kind of wanted to show you both models, just show you all the different things that we can look at. You can see all those rain chances really pushing through, and even here, 8:30 at night, just showing some widespread, more intense storms and showers affecting those in North Mississippi. But I believe that we're going to continue to stay pretty dry. And you can see, of course, those showers will start to dissipate as we get closer towards our Wednesday morning. But this is a different model. This isn't the strike model. This is the NAM 3K model, not one that we show as often, but this one I just agree with a lot more. And there's really not much to look at because there shouldn't be anything going on for our Tuesday, just with how dry we're going to be. You can see pretty calm conditions, not many clouds in the sky, just a hot, clear, beautiful day in Mississippi. And you can see some of that cloud starts returning around dinner time, but then that's where the model run will end. So just showing how dry it's going to be and just the difference between those two models. And you can see high temperatures are going to back up how dry and not many rain chances. We're going to get pretty much, triple digits across most of the viewing area. If you're not in it, you're pushing triple digits. 99, Tupelo, Houston, Eupora, Starkville, but then triple digits all out west in the Delta, just showing how hot it's going to be. And we, of course, see those triple digits here with those heat indices. Almost, pushing 110. You can see 110 out here in Greenville, 109 along the Mississippi River, and then still just well in the triple digits, not even close to 101 as opposed to how they were in Louisville. We'll still see it 101 in Aliceville and Red Bay and Iuka, but that's pretty much the lowest that we're going to see those heat indices. So these high temperatures are going to persist for the next few days. You can see tracking out the next 7 days, showing that increase in temperatures from today into your Monday and Tuesday, peaking at around 99 degrees. I'm not going to put 100. I know some of us are in the triple digits, but thankfully most of us are still in double digits. But thankfully, later on in the week, those rain chances will start to increase thanks to a cold front trying to make its way into the viewing area, and that will provide some relief. But speaking of rain chances, I wanted to show you the spaghetti plot again just because of how much talk is on social media with Hurricane Erin and all these people saying it's going to make a direct hit to the United States. We are still very confident that it's going to continue this northern track. You can see most people just find that one model that will show it going right into Georgia or South Carolina, and will fixate on that and post it on social media. But thankfully, there is still that dominant high pressure out there that's going to cause this hurricane to continue its northern track and really miss the East Coast. Like I mentioned earlier, East Coast can still have some hazards and conditions with some dangerous rip current and dangerous wave heights. So make sure for those living out there or visiting that you're monitoring that. But thankfully, we're not really going to see a direct hit to the United States with Erin. But I wanted to, this just updated. So perfect. I was going to say that I don't think anything's going to happen with this disturbance. There was a little yellow circle out here just off the East Coast, and there was a 10% chance for formation in the next 2 days and next 7 days of becoming a named storm. I was pretty much going to say that we don't need to look at that. It's not going to change or develop. That's the word I'm looking for. So that apparently looks like it's gone and updated. It also looks like this updated as well, providing a medium chance. It was low earlier. Me and Matt were working on fixing the graphic because it kept saying medium earlier, but now it looks like I wish it stayed that way. So it was originally a 0% chance of forming in the next 2 days and 30% in the next 7 days. I will give you all the latest update on that. It looks like it switched in just a few minutes prior to the show starting. So I'll continue to monitor that and give you all the latest update tonight at 10. But this is something that a lot of people on social media are using. The system is off the coast of Africa, kind of like how Erin started. But a lot of models are tracking this like 300 plus hours out and showing that it would make a direct hit all the way across the Atlantic and into the Gulf of Mexico. And just to show y'all how annoying some of those clickbaits can be, our models that we were talking about for Tuesday show two completely different chances for rainfall. So trusting a model 300 plus hours out, it's not something you want to do. It's something we want to monitor and keep looking at, but right now it's just still very far out in the Atlantic Ocean, and we're going to continue monitoring that here at Mississippi Live Weather. And of course, I wanted to show you all this with the moisture because we can see both disturbances. Erin's going to continue to grow in size. This time I was able to get it to pause right off the East Coast. You can see it's still keeping that northern track, not really affecting the East Coast, but you can see even those outer bands still pretty close. The eye is far away, but it's still a huge storm out there in the Atlantic. So those rip currents, those wave heights can be pretty dangerous out on the East Coast. But I'll step over here as well. We're going to see Erin continue pushing that northern track, northeastern, and we're going to see another disturbance. That's the one I was talking about earlier, trying to make its way into the Gulf and whatnot. You can already see that it's not as intense as Erin. The models are still fighting on what's going to happen, but that's just because of how far out it is. So we're going to continue monitoring that. I know Matt and Gabe will definitely be seeing a lot of those model runs throughout the week and then we'll see where it is by the time next weekend hits, but something I wanted to keep y'all updated on. But coming back to North Mississippi, you can see our 7-day forecast showing those dry conditions. I'm still leaving those rain chances off for Tuesday. You can see how hot it's going to be. Not much relief with any rain chances. Monday, still around 20%. I just don't think it's going to be as active today. Wishing I put a 30% for our Sunday, but we get back to 30% for our Wednesday and then 40% Thursday, showing how that dip in the temperatures allowing for some relief. But of course, by the time next weekend rolls around, we're back to those hot and dry conditions. It seems like I just keep causing those here. But of course, I'm going to be live tonight again at 10, just because it's still the weekend. Hallelujah. You can see the apps right here, iOS and Android. So we appreciate all the support that you've given us and have shared to all your loved ones, grandparents, and everything. And our broadcast schedule still 5, 6, and 10 for the weekdays. But like I mentioned earlier, thank goodness it's still the weekend, so we can still enjoy just chilling out for a little bit. I'll be live again tonight at 10, and I cannot wait to see y'all there. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's evening.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.